What's up, y'all, and welcome back to Drillditions. As you saw in the title, we're going to be jumping right back into Inktober with Day 4. Today's topic, as you saw in the title, was Dodge. And now, I had no idea going into this what I was going to do. It may have resulted in one of the strangest, most random drawings I have ever done, and in the hands of a professional artist, it would have looked awesome. In the hands of me, it looks goofy, but I love it. You see, when I heard the word Dodge, the first thing I think of is like Neo, Dodge the car brand, stuff like that. And because of that, the Dodge Challenger is like my absolute favorite car, so I decided to draw a Dodge not knowing where to go with the topic. But I wasn't gonna just leave it at drawing a car, especially because I'm about as good at drawing vehicles as I am at drawing terrain, which is to say, not very. I've struggled with cars, I've struggled with planes, spaceships, any vehicle you throw in front of me, unless it's a mech, because I guess a mech is technically a vehicle. Unless it's a mech, you throw a vehicle in front of me, I'm gonna struggle with it. So I struggled with this Dodge Challenger for a while. But honestly, I've kind of accepted the fact that Inktober is just going to be a time for me to, I say try and improve, but just because of time constraints, I usually put a lot less time into this than I would if I was doing like a full colored video, and like just I'm usually pretty busy, so I've put in a little less time than I usually would, so maybe I'm not improving, but honestly, I'm just going to say that Inktober is going to be me improving on things that I wouldn't usually do. Now, I did bring in something that I would usually do because, like I said, I'm not going to leave it at just a Dodge Challenger. No, that Dodge Challenger needs to be dodging something. And I thought of all sorts of things. Helicopter with a minigun, rock slide, all the sorts. Bombs, whatever. Even other cars. I didn't know what I was going to have it dodging. And then I decided on a dragon because of course I did. Now it's been a while since I've drawn a dragon, and it was so much fun coming back into it. I haven't just going back to that, they're super fun because their bodies can just like they twist and contort in like weird ways, so you can pretty much pose a dragon however you want and it'll look normal, especially when you do the type of dragon I did. I can never pronounce what it's called. There's a bunch of different sub-dragons, and the one I did is the one that has wings but no legs. It's like an amphitheater something, but I can never pronounce the word, so I'm not even going to really try. But because these ones are more serpent-like, I could really do just about anything with it, and it was gonna look relatively normal. So that's what I did. And I started drawing the dragon, and it took me a while to figure out where I was going with it, especially the head. And I got a shape that I liked for the head by the end, but eyes and facial features then became a pain, trying to figure out where those would go. So I don't know if I utilized the head shape very well, and even though the head shape was kind of generic, I liked it, so I'm happy with it. Overall, with like the car, I don't think I do the angles on the car right. I think there's definitely better ways to do cars, and I'll have to figure out what those are. But I'm happy enough with it because you can tell it's a car. Maybe you can't tell it's a Dodge Challenger without me telling you, but you can at least tell that it's a car. So, that's good enough for me. One of the unique challenges that came with my idea for this was that the dragon was going to be breathing fire. Now, a giant plume of fire, the reason that's difficult is that's one giant light source, and I'm doing this in black and white. If I could color the flames, wouldn't be a super big deal, but because I'm doing this in black and white, I had to figure out how to represent flames in black and white. And what that meant was the back of the car was going to have hardly any shading at all, and the front was going to be almost completely black. And I didn't know how to make that look good, and I think I did okay. I think it's definitely not realistic the way the shading is done. Oh, no, not even remotely. But it's good enough that you can see what I was going for, and I'm satisfied with it. And this is probably my favorite piece that I've done for Inktober so far. Not even necessarily because I think it's the best art-wise, although it probably is. The dragon aspect of it might carry it a little bit because that's something I'm actually relatively good at. Now, this is not the best dragon I've drawn by far, but, you know, I'm still happy with it. So this genuinely might be my favorite piece, but more so because it's funny than anything else, just picturing a modern-day Dodge Challenger racing through, like, mountainside paths away from a dragon. You could definitely make this an awesome... I would love to see someone make this realistic, like someone with a realistic art style, go in and make this, because I think it would look awesome if it was done realistically. So I would love to see that if any of you watching are good at art. Another thing is just a reminder, always got to remind myself to do this. If you've enjoyed the video so far, or you enjoy any of my other videos, please remember to like or subscribe. That's just helpful for the algorithm, so more people will find this channel. And if more people find this channel, then I'm definitely inclined to start making some higher quality videos, putting a lot more time into it, and also just generally will make me happy. So if you that's great. But if you want to see one of your ideas be turned into a video, and I'm always looking for ideas, so there's a pretty high chance it will be, just remember, you can leave a comment, I'll see it, I'll mark it down, and at some point I will pretty much guarantee that I'll get to it. Now, back to the actual talking about the video, the, like, art going on in the video. One thing I did notice is that the dragon and the car are in two completely different art styles, and I think that's because the dragon is more my art style and the car was just me trying to figure out how to do a car. But it still looks good, so it's whatever. Anyway, that's the end of the video, so I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye!